today, happy Friday, and welcome back to another flipping and money making live stream today, guys. I know you're excited. We've got people waiting in the live chat to get in line today. Get in, take a seat, man. Take a seat, kick back, and let's make some bank today, guys. Just gonna let my clan chat know that we are going live now. Okay, there we go. Got it all set. And today we have another tall boy Takade that we will get into here in a couple of minutes. But first, as you guys know, we're going to go ahead and set a couple of flips. Today, we're working with 1,842,000,000 GP today. Super excited to get to the Grand Exchange, get in there, log in, and flip some items. So if you guys are excited as well, be sure to let me know and drop a like, man. Really does help me out a lot. Now, let's go ahead and get into it right off the bat here today, guys. Welcome to the Friday stream. I'm super excited to have you, and thank you for tuning in. Now, the first item we're going to do here today is the Bandos Tassets, the Bandos Chest Plate. They're all going to be done first here today. I love when markets are crazy. I really love flipping those high, like not really high volume, but they're like medium volume items. And right off the bat, I'm seeing some smacking margins. It's going to be a wild day today. I can already tell right off the bat, crazy margins already. So today's going to be a little bit wild. I guarantee it. Now, it's going to be so crazy today because markets have been kind of going a little bit wonky considering all of the updates that are coming into the game, and because of that, now that we're on the weekend when volume's a little bit higher than normal, we're going to see these margins stretch out further than they normally would, and there is no doubt in my mind that we're seeing that as we speak right now as I go ahead and list some of these items. So it's going to be a little bit wild today. I hope you guys are looking forward to it. Be sure to drop a like if you are. Be sure to drop a like if you're enjoying it. You know what? I'm not going to spam it, but it's good to see everybody here today. Relaxing with me says, Wazah! Just got my quest cape. Congrats, Relax with me, man. Dude, how long have you been working on that quest cape? That's amazing, man. Congratulations on receiving the quest cape. Now, I want to say hi to everybody in the chat. I'm super excited to do that, but margins right now are looking off the chain, so I have to go ahead and list everything right off the bat here today because things are looking crazy, and I do want to take advantage of it. Now, for some reason, my desktop audio is like not coming through there, so hopefully you guys can hear that. Give me 1 second. And can you guys hear the background music? Let me know if you can't. It is an important part of my stream, so I would like to know if you can hear it or not. I had to adjust a couple settings on that as well. So thank you guys for tuning in today. Be sure to drop a like, and let's get into it. Now, we're going to go ahead and list the Amulets of Torture here over 100k margin right now. So I'm going to try to list a few of those, try to hit that as quickly as possible. We're going to do the same with the Necklace of Anguish. And I'm a little bit nervous today because kind of mixed results in the Discord group today. People losing money, people making money, so I'm not really sure what's going to happen here today. I don't know if items are going to trade that quickly, but if they do, then we'll be in a good spot, obviously, because margins are looking extremely large today, so we're going to try to take advantage of that. Now, we're going to do the Primordial Boots as well. We're going to get those listed. I do like flipping the Primordial Boots and the Vacation Boots in these situations because the limit on them is very, very high, so if the margin is good, you can trade a lot of them and make a lot of GP from it. So that's what we're going to do here today. We're going to list 5 Primordial Boots right off the bat. We're also going to do the same with Pegation Boots. We're going to flip both of those boots today. We're going to list them at the same time and just try to manage those as best we can. Now, we do have everything buying besides the Bandos Tassets, so it does look like volume is extremely high today, and things are definitely volatile on this lovely Friday evening, so we're going to do our best to take advantage of that. I mean, I'm excited to see what's going to be flipping today, what's not going to be flipping today, and we're definitely going to go ahead and get the Armadillo Crossbows listed as well. Now, let's go ahead and list these Armadillo Crossbows. We're going to go ahead and buy them up. We do have one that just came in for a pretty high price, but not as high as we were looking at last week when there was obviously a lot of update hype behind these items. Now it looks like things are kind of settling down a little bit, so we'll go ahead and buy a few of these Armadillo Crossbows here, and we're looking at about 100k margin on those crossbows as of right now, so I'm going to go ahead and list 7 of those, let them do their thing on the exchange. Already down a million GP on margin checks. That's how you know we're looking at some crazy margins today. Now, I do want to look at the ancestral row bottom as well. Now, I do imagine we're going to pay a solid margin check on this thing, so maybe we won't do it quite yet. Let's do the ancestral hat first, but that is going to leave us with a lot of GPs sitting on the sidelines, which is not my preference in this scenario, just because these margins are looking extremely juicy. I want to make sure we can flip those to their full content. And we'll do a few ancestral hats. Hopefully it's not too hard to flip them, just because the margin's not that good compared to everything else we've been looking at. Anyway, let me get into the chat here. 1 mil down right off the bat. Tons of margin checks going in. Let's see if we can make some money. Jay Hefner says, I already made back half of my 50 mil loss on Wednesday. Jay Hefner, great to see you, man. Thank you for tuning in. We have 2 Grand Man as well. He says, evening, mate. Good luck on the flips. I'll do my best, man. Flips are looking really, really good right now. I mean, margins are looking just absolutely outstanding. So we're going to have to see if we can make any money on it today. Honestly, I have no idea. It does look like things are trading, though, so that at least is looking positive. We have Vulcan popping in as well. He says, I'm watching this at 2 a.m. You better get some good profits so I can sleep well. Hey, right off the bat, 1 mil down, although it is looking promising. I mean, if margins are this big and things are already buying, that's a pretty good sign in my opinion. We want to make sure that we can trade things today, right? It's like a really big focus for me, is making sure things are actually moving here on the Grand Exchange. Kind of because last stream, like, things weren't really moving they were in the beginning, but towards the end, they weren't really moving that well. So we got to make sure we stay on top of these things and try to make a little bit of money off of it. We have Carlos Hernandez saying, hi, new to this channel. Carlos, it's good to see you, man. Let me know if you have any questions about what to flip with your cash tag or anything related to flipping in old school RuneScape. I would love to help you out, and thank you for tuning in, man. Do appreciate it, and welcome to the stream. We have Rom Taffa popping in. He says, get Hunt and play with RJ and I. That's right, calling you out on the channel. I texted you back, or I texted RJ, but I haven't seen his message since. So anyway, we have Wild Muffin popping in as well. He says, howdy. Good to see you, Wild Muffin. Thank you for tuning in today. And of course, guys, because it is the Friday stream today, we've got a nice large beer for us to enjoy today. So we're going to crack that open, get into it today, and just try to make some money. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the stream today. Be sure to drop a like if you are. And we're going to get into it. Very, very tasty. Not that tasty, but tasty enough, okay? Now, we were having a lot of luck right off the bat in this flipping session. Bandos Chestplates stopped buying. We're still sitting on the Amulet of Torture and the Necklace of Anguish. Probably okay on those, but I do assume the margin probably moved up already, considering the volatility we're looking at right now. I would like to get a Bandos Tacit if possible, though, at this current price point. Alharith says, what's good? Good to see you, Alharith. Thank you for tuning in today, and happy Friday to you, man. Hopefully you've got, like, something fun planned for the weekend. I don't know. I know with, like, all the restrictions and stuff still, it gets a little bit iffy with weekend plans, but, hey, maybe you got some tricks up your sleeve. I don't know, man. You need to make it a Friday flipping and beer review. Floor tile. I love that idea, man. That's actually a really good idea. Just like a different beer every week, and then I'll just review it while I flip. Just as like a side thing. That way we're not having so much wasted time here. Although, you know what? The flipping and the flipping questions always have to get out of the way first, of course. I mean, that's what we're here doing today. That's what we're all about here on this channel, and I know you guys are about it too. We like to flip, we like to make money, and we want to walk away with some good profits. Now, interesting, because right off the bat here today, I thought things were going to be flipping quick. I thought, you know, buy, sell, buy, sell. But the only thing that's really selling off right now is those Necklaces of Anguish. So interesting to see that happen. But anyway, we'll keep it... We'll be patient for now. I'm not going to rush anything here. And maybe we'll go ahead and list something that might be a little bit bigger of a margin on this last slot that we do have. But before we do that, let's do something easier like the Diamond Dragon Bolts E. Flip something a little bit safe, net some safe profits for us. And then we'll cycle into something like maybe Ancestral Piece or maybe the Sanguesti. I don't know. The Sanguesti always burns us in situations like this. So maybe we're not going to do that one. But maybe the Kodai wand instead, or the Grazi, depending. Louise says, what about flipping whole armor sets, even looking into breaking them down and exchanging all the pieces for even bigger margins? Louise, you could definitely do that, man. Like, there's nothing against that. I mean, that's a great strategy to make some extra bank on some flips, but it's not something I really do, as I find it's kind of like high effort to do, and I did used to do that when I had a lower cash stack, when I really needed the best ROI I could get out of my items. But these days, I don't really do it as much. And the reason that is because I kind of have a lot of money to where I can make a good profit per hour just by flipping items normally and not having to break down armor sets and stuff like that. So I usually don't put in that extra effort to actually look into, oh, is it profitable for me to break down an armor set or maybe build an armor set? Because, I don't know, it's not really worth my time. No offense for, if that's a great way for you to make an extra mil on a flip, like, definitely do it. But for me, I'm just a little bit lazy with this stack. Jay Hefner says, how was your week? My week was pretty good. It's kind of long. Like, yesterday and today felt like super, super long. But, hey, we're off work now, so we're going to chill, relax, and flip some items. I haven't done a ton of flipping this week. I wish I did a little bit more because markets have looked really good. I had one solid day of flipping on Wednesday where we had the stream flipping, which I think we made like 6 mil or 5 or 6 mil. And then I flipped a little bit after that as well and finished up on like a 16 mil profit for the day, I think. So it was pretty good. Regardless, though, we have to adjust some things right here because honestly, like, I don't think these amulets of torture are going to buy at their current level, so we do want to make sure we turn around and sell those back. Also, on top of that as well, let's get these Bandos chest plates sold back, and maybe bump these tassets up a little bit, because it's looking a little bit hairy on those as well. And that's what happens when markets are going crazy on Fridays, and especially after big updates like this when, volume's already pretty high. I mean, volume just goes bonkers during, popular times after major changes to the game. So I'm not surprised to see markets a little bit crazy right now. We're going to go ahead and list some Bandos tassets back and try to make a little bit more money off of those. Now, we do have a couple open slots here, so I actually want to go ahead and do the Dragon Hunter Lance and maybe the Dragon Hunter Crossbow in these two open slots, because we do have a lot of money on hand that I would like to put to work. And like, if we flip both those items, it's going to use most of that GP. So we'll go ahead and do that here. We'll get 7 of the lances listed. We're also going to do the Dragon Hunter crossbow as well, which is probably, to be honest, the riskier item. I mean, this thing's been fluctuating a ton these past couple of weeks, and I didn't think it was under 10 mil, but here we are looking at it under 10, or sorry, not 10 mil. Under 100 mil, excuse me. And we'll go ahead and list a few of these here today, see if we can make a little bit of money. That looks about good to me. Wait, hold on. That looks a lot better. We'll go ahead and list 4 of them for now. I don't want to do anything too risky. Also, for the Amulets of Torture, let's go back in on those at a little bit higher of a price, just to see if someone undercut us, and maybe we can get back in. Still for a pretty decent margin for sure, but just make sure they continue to buy, right? We only flipped, I think, 3 of those, right? So we'll do 4 on this next buy. Mark Baker says, what do you do for a living? I work in IT support. We have Forrest Wunk popping in as well. He says, oi, good to see you, Forrest Wunk. Thank you for tuning in. And I think Alharith asked a question. I think I missed it. He says, quick early question. Not sure if it's been said already, but what's your opinion on the Robinhood situation with stock markets? I mean, you shouldn't shut down traders. Like, that's could be classified as some level of market manipulation. If there was a legitimate reason for it, then I guess it could make sense. It's probably because Robinhood didn't have enough cash on hand to cover their risk, and they probably shut down trading to cover their own end, and it's probably not like this hedge fund conspiracy theory like people think it is. But that being said, it's still not right either way. I mean, they should have had some sort of access to capital so they could operate those trades and get through that. It's not right to shut down. You can't shut down someone from buying a stock on your exchange or your brokerage. It's just not right. So, but anyway, obviously not right. I think it's pretty hilarious that some hedge fund is getting screwed because this stock is going crazy because people bought it as a meme to mess with the hedge funds. I mean, I think that's pretty funny considering, it's what hedge funds have done for a long time. So, regardless, I think it's pretty funny. I mean, in honesty though, like, any real skilled, like, hedge fund would not make a mistake like that. Like, any hedge fund knows that they should not take that much risk without covering themselves. And by naked shorting, like, that's an extreme risk situation. And even companies that go short usually have a cover on their positions. I mean, I don't know any traders or any hedge funds that would not do that. It's just like, basic science, man. Regardless, though, we have Jake Larson popping in. He says, I'm about to go to the gym, but wanted to pop in. Happy Friday, my dudes. Jake Larson, good to see you, man. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you for stopping by before you go to the gym. I mean, I'm a RuneScape player, so obviously I don't go to the gym, but I'm glad you do, because you probably look a lot better than I do. How's the margins tonight, Scapenomics? Rage Virus, good to see you, man. Thank you for tuning in today. Margins are actually pretty good right now. I mean, things are trading very quickly. We've had a little bit of back and forth on some of these margins here, but for the most part, I would say overall, very, very good. I'm trying to think of another item that we can slide in here. I think I'm going to do the Ancestral Robe Top, actually. I think I'm going to try to sauce maybe one of these back and forth. I do expect the margin to be very, very large, so I don't even know if we'll succeed on flipping this thing, but we'll go ahead and wow, that's crazy. That's like way too big of a margin on that thing. So I'm actually going to go back in and try to buy a little bit of these. That looks about right to me. We'll go ahead and try to buy some of the Ancestral Robe Tops. We'll try to sell them back for a profit. This way, if we can buy them at this price point, we don't have to, and we can still sell the one we have in our inventory, then we don't have to pay a margin check, which is going to be huge for our total profits, not having to pay that margin check, right? So, anyway. Gotta diversify, boys. Hedge funds, gotta learn. I absolutely agree with you, Jake, man. Absolutely. We have Jay Hefner over on Twitch. He's asking, are you holding any positions yourself? Of course, you don't have to specify. I'm not holding GameStop or any of those companies that people are pumping up because hedge funds shorted them. I don't hold any of them. I have other holdings, but I'm not really going to get into them. But unrelated to that. The only thing that I don't think people realize is it is funny that a hedge fund is getting screwed over, but for overall market health, it's not really good to see a company like valuation shoot up this high for really no reason. Like, that's like not really a healthy market situation. I mean, like Dogecoin went to like 8 cents yesterday. Like, that's not really that's not or not 8 cents. Maybe it was like, I don't know what it was. Maybe it was 8 cents. I don't know. But all I know is it went up like 1,000%. And that's just not really a good sign for a healthy economy when people are pumping their money into things that are clearly overvalued or not really useful. I guess you could make the same argument for Bitcoin as well. But that's just kind of the way I look at it. And it's probably why markets are going down, because, like, overall, because, you know, people are probably scared that something bad's going to happen. And anyway, I don't want to talk about it too much, but I'm getting way ahead of myself. Wild Muffin says, have you heard if GameStop is taking game trade-ins for market share? Yeah, like one game will get you like 0.001% of a share. GameStop's always scamming you on the turn-ins, man. Rage Virus says, are you ready for the influx of players from the Steam release in late February? Absolutely. And Rage, I'm sure you know, but I came out with an investment guide on that a month and a half ago, maybe, at this point. So I'm ready for it. I think I know which items are going to go up if more players come into the game. The real question is, will the Steam release really bring more players? I think that's the biggest question on our minds. And that's what we have to think about when we're thinking of investments. Like, how severe is this influx going to be? Is it going to make a difference at all? Is it going to bring in an additional 15,000 players? Like, we really don't know. I think personally it's not going to bring an immediate influx, but what I do think will happen is that it will lead to a healthier state for the game. I think over time players will come from Steam and they will start to play old school RuneScape seriously, and I think that's the more likely scenario. I don't think so. I think it's a decent long-term hold on a lot of these items that I've been discussing on the channel for a while now, but they're probably not going to pop like we expected them to. But it's just my guess. I mean, I obviously don't know. And oh my goodness. Did I list that incorrectly? No, I did not. Wow, that's a lot of profit right there, man. But anyway, let me see if we have these lances correct as well. Yeah, we do. Okay. Pretty sure we do. Hold on, let me actually move that around here. Yeah. Okay, we're good. Okay, I just needed to make sure. Okay. Don't want to take any stupid losses today, you know what I mean? Smedley says, do spectrals. We might do spectrals. I did them the other night after the stream, I think Wednesday night, and I made like 6 mil on them. It was crazy. It was my best flip of the night. I'm pretty sure I posted that on Discord, but again, don't want to do things that are too risky here today. Although the Ancestral is probably the max amount of risk I want to take on stream. Maybe off stream, I'll do some Spectrals, Arcane Spirit Shields, things that take a little bit longer, but probably have crazy margins right now. I mean, I can't even imagine what some of the margins are looking like right now on some of that. I guarantee probably that Arcane Spirit Shield... I guarantee probably. I would guess that Arcane Spirit Shield probably has over a 1 mil margin right now. That would be my guess. I mean, I don't know for sure, but just because the spectral shields don't really have that high of volume, and when volume gets really high across the markets, like, those margins stretch very, very wide. Lots of trades going through, and people don't really know where the price is settling. There's a lot of uncertainty in the economy right now, and it always makes for a good opportunity. If the Bandos armor worked for you, why don't you repeat it? I tried to, but the items wouldn't end up buying without me adjusting my margins significantly. So in those situations right there, I don't want to keep trying to chase the margin because, one, it's a waste of time, and two, I don't know if the margin really moved up or if I have to move my margin up and not make any additional profit on the item. So I don't really want to chase an item too hard if it's not really working out for me too much, and I usually just move on to something else. I know there's a lot of opportunity today, so I don't want to get caught up on items and try to flip them for too long. Regardless, though, thank you guys for tuning in today. I really appreciate it. Happy Friday to all of you. What are you flipping today? Do you have any fun weekend plans? Tell me about your week. Man, we're here to hang out, sit back, kick back, and do some flipping. So, guys, if you are enjoying the stream, please leave a like. It really helps me out a lot, and I really would appreciate it. So, and that's all I'm going to say. We have a Discord as well. Link in the description below if you'd like to join that, and let's make some money, man. Margin's looking really good right now, I will say, though. And if we can get these lances off, we'll be in a good spot. If we can get these ancestral robe tops off, we'll be in a premium spot. If we sell those ancestral robe tops, we should be coming up on like a 2 mil mark. Anyway, we'll keep a close eye on everything. The Armadillo crossbows, I'm actually going to let them sit until like 12 minutes. And the reason I want to do that is I know items are shifting a lot price-wise, and I feel like those actually might fill. So we'll give those a second. We have Chicken Dinner saying, I've been slow buying Mort Fungus and Unfinished Potions so I can get 90 Herblore, almost there and saving a little bit. Chicken Dinner, congrats on the 90 Herblore that is coming up very soon to your account. I'm glad you've been saving up for it and investing into those items, and maybe they'll go back up in price. Who knows? Maybe you'll make a little bit of money on that. Rage Driver says you did. It's a good guide. Check it out, folks. Thank you, Rage. Appreciate that, man. I did miss your comment before. We have Jay saying, I'm planning on day drinking with some friends tomorrow since our government introduced a curfew. Well, that's nice. Just be careful, obviously. Follow whatever regulations you want, really. I'm not the government, so regardless. I am Ceboloco says, hi-o, Scapenomics. Good to see you, I am Ceboloco. Thank you for tuning in, man. Do appreciate it. Coming up with the heart emoji as well. Thank you, man. We have Relaxing with me as well. He says, is it safe to flip the Basilisk Jaw, or is it still going crazy? Honestly, I haven't flipped it, but I would recommend probably staying away from it a little bit. You know, that's not something I would want to get my hands on right now. I think there's plenty of other items that you can make money on, and you know, it's probably not worth chasing. You have to think, people could still have massive supplies of those Basilisk Jaws on hand that they could get rid of. And if a lot of items are looking good, what's the point in trying to flip one item that might look good as well, when you know there's tons of opportunities on other items? Regardless, we finished up on the Dragon Hunter Lances, guys, and we made a mil in profit on those Lances alone. You can't really see it, but let's see if I can... No, I can't move it down, unfortunately, but we cleared a mil on these bad boys. Oh, there you go. Right there, man. 1 mil pretty much exactly, and that includes the margin check, so that was a really good flip for us. The next item we're going to do is the Abyssal Bludgeon here today. We'll see if we can get a good margin on this thing, do a little margin check on it, see what it's looking like. I'm hoping we can get 200k plus on it today. Hopefully that's not too greedy. And looks like that's not greedy at all for us today. We're going to go ahead and list that, and we'll see if we can get a few of those flipped. Definitely one of our riskier items, though. I feel like bludgeons have kind of been on a downtrend pretty hard, so we have to be careful on how we do that one. I do apologize. I might get a little bit tipsy as we get through this beer because I didn't eat lunch today and I didn't eat breakfast today. I haven't really had any food today, so I do apologize on that one, guys. And I just haven't had the time. I've been working and I never really got a good break to eat some food, and then I wanted to stream as soon as I got off work. So I was like, hey, let's pop it open. Let's get to streaming and let's see if we can make some money on the exchange because, guys, you know I am addicted to flipping in RuneScape. I can't get over this addiction, man, and I love streaming for you guys. I love doing this, so I hope you guys love the content as well. Definitely drop a like if you do. We're making some good gains today. We're already up 2.2 million GP 25 minutes into the stream today, so it's looking real good so far. Very happy with that. Alharith says, the restrictions suck in the UK. I heard the restrictions over there are actually still pretty bad, which is surprising. They should be getting a bit better, but they're worried about this, like, super COVID thing now. I don't know. Like, whatever at this point. Like, I just really hope I don't get COVID with, like, the last bit, you know, like, it's almost over, right? It's almost over. The finish line is in the distance, and I hope I just don't get it towards the end. Lewintag says, yo, how's the stream, bud? Hey, Lewintag, you're here, so check it out. Let me know what you think. I mean, so far it's been really good. We're up 2.2 mil in profit. Very nice. And we did finish up on the Dragon Hunter crossbows. Definitely an item we're going to cycle right back into just because it's been an incredible flip for us. So we're going to go ahead and buy 4 more of those, actually. We'll see if that does succeed for us. And I did say I was going to adjust the Armadillo crossbows here what was it? We were going to wait like... what was it? 12 minutes on them? Yeah. And then... we waited 12 minutes, so what am I saying, dude? I told you I was going to get a little bit tipsy, okay? I haven't eaten a lot of food today. Now, let's go ahead and we'll get 6 of those listed back. Looking good on those. The Ancestral Robe Top's looking a little bit iffy. I don't think they've crashed on us, but there might be a little bit of competition on that one. We'll keep a close eye on that. Regardless, though, we have ZarTG saying, what and how should I flip safely with everything crashing? If you're worried about losing a lot of money on some items, my recommendation is going ahead and sticking to high volume items. Runes, you know, ammunitions, consumables, foods, those are going to be the best in hard market downtrends. For me, you know, I like to go for those big items when things are volatile because you can make a lot of money on them, and sometimes some stuff is really not that risky. So that's kind of my strategy here today. We're trying to capitalize on that. We'll see how it goes. Rage River says, I've been doing bludgeons the past couple of days. They've been a steady 200 to 250k. Usually skip a limit session, though. Oh, interesting. I mean, I think for us, it hasn't really been working out. I mean, I've actually tried to do them the past couple of streams, and we haven't had a ton of success on the bludgeons, but they are one of my... Not my favorite items, but I do prefer them to do them in a session. Usually I always rotate them in at some point, and they haven't been great for me, so maybe just a different experience between us. Alharith says, for the 28 people watching, be sure to drop a like for this man who blesses us with these consistent streams. Dude, we've been putting out consistent streams for like a good amount of time now. Like, how long has it been? Maybe a year? Like, it's almost been a year, right? Anyway, we've been doing really good stream-wise. And I really appreciate your support, guys. Like, thank you for tuning in and day out. I know some of you that are here, like, every single stream. So, I mean, it means so much to me, man. And I'm just glad you guys like flipping, too. And you know, I'm not the only one that loves flipping on the Grand Exchange. I mean, I am super into it. We have Yo Bro popping in over on Twitch with the follow. Thank you, man. Do appreciate it. Welcome to the flipping team. Let me know if you have any questions about what to flip with your cash tag or anything related to flipping. 2.8 mil in profit. Let's go, boys. I'm freaking pumped up today. Margins are looking really nice, and I want to take advantage of that every single step of the way. Now, we're going to go ahead and sell this Armadillo crossbow back for 29 mil instant sold, and I listed it correctly, and it's like 100k over our original margin. So we're gonna back right out of that Armadillo crossbow. We did pay for a margin check on that Arma crossbow, but we made more money on it because we sold it higher than our intended sell price. So we actually profited off that. About 6.7 mil profit per hour at this point in time, which looks a little bit crazy, not gonna lie, but that will most likely decrease over time here a little bit. I almost forgot how to spell Zamarakian. That's tough. That's tough. I told you, man, the beer is going to get to me today, man. We're not even halfway done with it. And just empty stomach drinking is, like, not something I recommend in the slightest. I'll tell you that. We'll go ahead and list a couple of these Zamorakian Haasas back onto the exchange. Now, we might want to go ahead and lower these Ancestral Rope Tops. And the reason I'm saying that is because we haven't sold one in almost 10 minutes here. Will they maybe sell at this price point? They probably actually will. If we leave them here, they probably will sell. But the thing is, like, do we want to risk them potentially coming down on us and then losing money on them? That's the thing we have to consider when we're looking at this item. And in my personal opinion, that's not really something we want to take to heart today. So we'll let it sit for another 2 minutes, but that is definitely something to keep a close eye on. Might give it a little bit of a margin bump in the downward direction just to try to get them off. But keep in mind, we are still very, very profitable on those. And maybe we'll go ahead and do another strategy where we hedge it by buying back in at a lower price, sort of like we did last stream. Maybe we can do another one of those situations on the Ancestral Rope Top. And now that I'm thinking a little bit more about it, I think that is what I am going to do. So we're going to list a little bit further down from where we previously bought the other Ancestral Rope Tops. We're going to let those sit there for a minute, see if we can pick a few of them up. Currently about 3 mil in profit. It's looking really good right now. Anyway, wow, tons of people popping in here today. Welcome, everybody. Let's get back into the live chat here. We love your streams. Thank you, I am Ciboloco, man. I do appreciate hearing that. We also have, how's the audio sound, by the way? Sound good? How's the music sound? Good? All right. Let me know. By the way, we have Lewintag over on YouTube popping in as well. He says, so what do you think about the Scythe flying back up? A day before yesterday, it was flipping 600 to 602. Yesterday, I couldn't buy it for 658 million GP. Right now, it actively shows 668 mil. If I had to guess, the Scythe is probably going to trend upwards pretty hard. Probably going to pass 700 mil, if I had to guess. Looks like a lot of items are recovering right now, just across the economy overall. So that's a good sign for the Scythe. I think, you know, people will buy back into the Scythe because it was already kind of beaten up price-wise before this whole crash and you know, price change, or not price change, a stat change whole like update thing. So I do think the Scythe will come back up in no time. We have Yo Bro saying, what's up, bro? Good to see you, man. He says, how much are you buying the Dragon Hunter crossbow? I mean, I can't tell you that, man. I do apologize, but that is information for me and myself only. Now we have Czar saying, is the Inquisitor armor set a safe flip since it's crashed so much? Yes, but yeah, I mean, Inquisitor is generally not a safe flip regardless. I mean, that's one of the riskiest items that you could put your money into, even to flip. So I would just be a little bit careful flipping Inquisitor unless you have a lot of flipping experience, because Inquisitor is probably one of the harder items to flip, if not like in the highest tier of difficulty for items. Regardless. Douglas says, I was watching your stream, but now I'm going to go to the store and buy a beer. Douglas, cheers, man. Hopefully I didn't influence you one way or the other, but hey, we're sitting back, kicking back, enjoying this nice Tecate, which is a beer from Mexico, I do believe, and it's quite nice. I do enjoy it a lot. So anyway, guys, if you are enjoying the stream, be sure to drop a like. It really does help me out a lot. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this. I am always bringing flipping live streams and flipping content to the channel for you guys to enjoy. So hopefully you do enjoy it, and you can join us on Discord if you are interested as well. We have a Discord dedicated to flipping and money making in old school RuneScape, and we'd love to have you in there. Anyway, let's go ahead and sell these Dragon Warhammers back to the exchange. Really good session so far, guys. We haven't had too much difficulty flipping a lot of this stuff. I mean, we have struggled with a couple items here. Maybe, you know, the Pegasians not giving us the best of a time. Dragon Hunter crossbow not doing great as well, but we will cycle back into that at a little bit of a higher price. Try to get a few more of those coming in. That way we can actually make a little bit of money on them, because they had a great margin before, and I would like to get back in on that. This time around, though, we're only going to list 3, and we'll let that do its thing. Czar says, have you seen how much the orbs have gone down? Do you think it's worth a try? I mean, you have to, like, if you're just flipping an item, it really doesn't matter how hard the item is trended downwards. It matters in a sense of how risky it's going to be, but honestly, like, I flip items that are downtrending aggressively all the time. The same way I flip items that are trending, like, upwards very aggressively. Both situations, I'm flipping those all the time, because when you're, like, it's different. When you're investing and you're holding an item for, you know, 4 days, a week, 2 weeks, that is different than flipping. Flipping, you're just actively on that. You're trying to buy and sell it for a higher price. Like, the time frame is very short, so the risk is smaller than if you were to invest in the item. So, you know, it doesn't really matter if you were flipping if an item is trending upwards or downwards aggressively. In fact, if it's trending downwards or upwards very aggressively, it's actually a better situation for you. The more volatile an item is, the more, like, the higher the margin is going to be, and the quicker it could flip. So, if something's trending down really aggressively, that doesn't mean it's a bad flip. Chandler says, what are some good flips for around a 100 mil cash stack? If you're flipping with a 100 mil, this is like with 100 mil, you kind of want to balance some high volume stuff, and you're going to want to start moving into that like medium level PVM gear, right? So Berserker rings, Archer's rings, Seer's rings are really great. Any Barrows gear is going to flip really, really nice for a 100 mil cash stack. Maybe you want to flip things like Guardian boots as well, maybe just this year if you have more flipping experience, but if you don't, then maybe don't try that. But also high volume stuff. I mean, air orbs, battle staves, consumables, sharks, monkfish, mana rays, nature runes, law runes, death runes, things like that. You're also going to want to do at the same time to make that, you know, profit per hour a little bit higher. But anyway, that's just my advice. I'm sure other people in the chat could give you some more items or give you different insight than I will give you. So we'll go ahead and do some Tormented Bracelets next. You know, we do have an open slot. We could put a lot of money into something with this 719 mil that we do have on hand right now, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to try to, well, I mean, these Tormented Bracelets don't have a great margin, but we'll go ahead and try to flip them anyway. That being said, though, I would like to flip something bigger today, but I'm not going to risk it, so 3.2 mil, almost 3.3 mil in profit this session so far. It's looking really good for us, guys. Skygore X says the profit is looking good today. Good to see you, Skygore. Thank you for tuning in, man. It is looking good today. I would like to get these ancestral rope tops off, though, and maybe a bludgeon or two in the inventory would be make me a little bit happier. I mean, it wouldn't be amazing, but it would make me happier. My Weapon says, is around 30k margin good for items like Anguish, Torture, Tormented Bracelets? Yes, that's a good margin for those. I would flip it for that margin personally. Or should I look for higher margins? No, you can flip it for that. That's honestly, that's acceptable. Especially for the Amulet of Torture or Necklace of Anguish, because they flip really, really quickly. So if you're only getting a 30k margin on it, it's still a decent flip. You know, I wouldn't flip it for anything less than like a 15k. I used to say 10k, but really you want 15k plus on the Zenyte stuff. At the very, very least. I mean, like, you want to be clearing 100k on a Zenyte flip, because that's a lot of money at risk if you don't even clear 100k. Pegasian Boots giving us a little bit of difficulty here today. Should have stick to the Prims. I mean, I forgot to cycle back in on the Primordial Boots, which is a little bit unfortunate. We'll go ahead and sell these Pegasians back for about 15k lower. We'll see if those sell. Still in the profitable range on those, but I have a feeling they're not going to sell for us too easily. I feel like we've been getting burned on Pegasians a ton, man. We'll wait on the Dragon Hunter crossbows as well. We're going to sell these Ancestral Robe Tops for a little bit lower. I think they'll sell at this price level, if I had to guess. Chandler asking some great questions today, man. Keep them coming. He says, would you rather take a larger cutoff on your margin when buying an item or when selling your items? It's a good point. Let me see. I would rather do it on the buy offer, I think. Just because, I don't know. It doesn't really matter, I guess, to me. The only reason I say do it on the buy offer is because you can cancel it at any point, and then you can just kind of like sell it back at a different point, and like you can cancel the offer at any time if it's not buying, and you can put your money in something else. So that's the only reason I would say on the buy offer. Sorry, the drink's getting to me a little bit. Okay, I haven't like I said, I haven't eaten a ton today, so I do expect to get a little bit tipsy off this tall boy we have here today. So we're getting a little bit you know, not like that crazy, but you know how it is. I brought a Dragon Hunter crossbow the other day, says Skygore X, for 102 mil. I'm already down 7 mil. Hey, you know, these Dragon Hunter crossbows, they're freaking risky, man. I mean, with all the updates coming into the game, they can get quite risky. Pies says, Pegasians used to be so good, haven't had any luck with them for the past couple of weeks. Dude, me neither, man. It's me and you both. We haven't had any luck on the Pegasians, I guess. I have no idea why. I just can't get a good margin on the Pegasian. I get a good margin, but then I can't flip the item. So I guess that means I really can't secure a good margin. I can find a good margin, but I can't secure it. Let me know if that's kind of the same situation for you, Pies, because for me it is. I tried to flip Basilisk Jaws and lost like 7.5 mil. Definitely stay away from the Jaws right now. Personally, I would stay away from anything that was related to the update in any kind of sorts directly. Dragon Hunter Crossbow included, but here I am flipping them, so maybe don't take my advice. I'm comfortable with the amount of risk I'm taking on the Dragon Hunter Crossbow, just because I do have a lot of money to bail myself out if need be, and if I lose a couple mil, it's really not going to kill my day. We can probably make it out pretty easily. Let me think here. I would like to get those bludgeons, but we're really not having a lot of luck on them. We'll go ahead and try to do it again here. We did get all of the Dragon Hunter crossbows, which is kind of nice. I do expect that they've probably shifted down in margin just a little bit, so I will sell it back for a little bit less than our previous margin. We'll let that do its thing for a little bit. Anyway, guys, if you are enjoying the stream today, please drop a like. It really does help me out a lot. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this. I'm always bringing flipping content and flipping live streams to the channel for you guys to enjoy, so hopefully you do enjoy it. And on top of it all, if you're not with us on Discord, please join us with the link in the description below. We have a Discord dedicated to flipping and money making in old school RuneScape, and we'd love to have you in there. I mean, I'm posting my flips in there all the time for you guys to see, just showing you like my profits, my strategies on things, and a lot of other people post in there as well, and you can probably learn a thing or two regardless of how much experience you have. Anyway, would love to see you in there. Regardless though, we're here flipping at the exchange on this lovely Friday evening. 3.3 mil in the stack so far, looking super nice. Now I'm gonna try to get that to 5 mil here today. We're about 41 minutes into the stream, and I would like to see a 5 mil profit an hour at this point. I don't know about you guys. Relaxing with me says, I just flipped the Carol's leather top, made 922k. I gotta check that out, man. I have been staying away from the Carol's leather tops because I assume they've been like a little bit risky, considering they went on a huge price pump, and now we're kind of settling down a little bit. Although I did flip them on the 10 to 100 mil series, which will be coming out soon, by the way. I have been recording episodes for that. I'm gonna try to do some recording for some content this weekend. I think I'm going to do another flipping guide. I'm not going to tell you what flipping guide I'm going to do, but I also want to do another investment video on something that is coming up very soon into the game, okay? There is an update that is on the horizon that I think a lot of people have forgotten about, and it's not Steam. It's not Old School RuneScape coming to Steam. It's actually a little bit beyond that, but it is scheduled for February, but it might be pushed back by the Jagex team. We'll have to see, but I do want to make an investment video on that specific topic. Should I make an investment video on it? Are the investment videos some stuff you guys like to see, or do you guys not really care about the investment videos? Would you rather see the flipping guides? Let me know, because I love making the investment videos, but if you guys don't like them, then maybe I'll stop making them. I don't know. Let's go ahead and do dual arena removal. No, it's not the dual arena removal, but that's a good guess, Alharith. Let's see. Let me list another flip before I get too far into the questions here. I might go ahead and do that Grazi, but whew, I bet this thing's a little bit risky, but we're gonna go for it today, boys, because you know what? It's the Friday stream, and we love to have a good time on the Friday stream, so we're gonna go ahead and list this Grazi back here, and looks like the margin's not too crazy on it today. I mean, it is a big margin, no doubt, and we did pay a fair bit for the margin check, but it's nothing that I'm not comfortable doing. And that looks about good on that margin. We'll go ahead and list two of those. Try to flip them here in the meantime. We do have about 560 million GP on hand. Thank you guys for tuning in today. Drop a like if you're watching over on YouTube. If you're watching over on Twitch, give us a follow. Woo! definitely not affected by the alcohol, by the way. Regardless, though, we have Lewintag, and he says, so what got you into flipping? Was it someone's YouTube videos or basic knowledge transferred from real life to other games? It was kind of a combination. I was interested in like real markets, like real equities, and I was watching like Flipping Old School at the time, like this is like OG Flipping Old School, like 2016, when he was, still a relatively small channel compared to where he is now. And he gave me like a fair bit of inspiration to start flipping. And I did a little bit of flipping, and then I was like, hey, this is like really enjoyable. Let me make a channel on this, because I always wanted to do YouTube. And then I made a channel and just started uploading videos, and what, 4 years, almost, wait, oh my god, it's almost 5 years later that I've been doing YouTube videos. Here we are. So, I mean, it's a lot of fun, and I love doing it, and I'm just glad people enjoy it besides myself. So, regardless, though. Skygore X says, when do you reckon Power Creep update will come? Market will go insane. I have no idea, but most of the majority movements have probably already happened as far as that update goes. Chandler with the correct guess on the Water Todd. Absolutely correct, man. Right on the money. People kind of forgot about that. It's kind of a sleeper update, and I do expect Jagex to just kind of release it without too many major announcements on it. Although I'm not, is it going to come out in February? I'm not too sure about that. It probably will, though. Zach Martin says, how long do you wait before changing your buy-sell offers? It depends on the item. For a lot of this stuff here, I'll usually wait like 10 minutes, but we've waited a little bit too long on these Diamond Dragon Bolts E, as you can see. It depends how high it depends on the volume of the item, right? If the volume of the item is very, very low, you want to wait longer. If it's very, very high, you don't want to wait as long. And I have a ton of video guides explaining like how long you should wait on certain stuff, if that's interesting to you, so could definitely shoot you a couple links depending on, if it's interesting or not. But probably the best way to do that is on Discord. Let's see. 5 years, we should celebrate that with some more beers. Well, I mean, it's been like 5 years since I uploaded my first video, but I haven't really been doing YouTube like consistently since maybe like 2018, 2019. But I mean, we're here now, so hey. I gotta give myself a lot of credit. I feel like I've put a lot of effort into this, and I feel like you guys enjoy it. Not to brag or anything, but let's see. Floor Tile says, trying to see Escape to a shotgun with a tall boy. Dude, I would freaking die, man. I would, like, straight up die. You'd find me on the ground, bro. Regardless, though. Lewintag says, alright, I've got to head out to do some stuff. Best of luck. I hope that profit keeps going up, and take care, my man. Good to see you, Lewintag. Lewintag, will you be tuning in tomorrow, by chance, for the Saturday stream? I love flipping on the Saturday streams because it's way more chill than the Friday streams are like the hype streams, and then the Saturday stream is like the chill stream. And then during the week, it's, relatively chill as well. But just let me know if you're coming to the Saturday stream. I'd love to see you guys there. We have Anna saying, I hope you had a good week. Thank you for the videos. Anna, I've had a great week. Thank you so much. And we're going to keep continuing to upload these videos for you guys. So, I mean, hey. Let's see. Horse Detective says, sometimes I can't afford the items in question, but we love the vids all the same. Horse Detective, man, thank you so much. Do appreciate it. And, Horse, if you have any questions about what to flip with your cash stack or how to manage your cash stack and things like that, just let me know. I mean, I'm here to help you guys out. I know that, like, most of the time, a lot of you don't have access to some of these items, but I'm happy to walk you through, coach you through any kind of items or situations that you might find yourselves in. And I'm really here to help you guys improve in flipping and old school RuneScape in general. So, regardless. Jay Hefner says, one of the first streams I watched was the one where you shotgunned the beer, probably around November. Pretty impressive time. We haven't shotgunned in a couple months, so we might have to get the shotguns back. We might have to do another 1 mil profit equals 1 shotgun. But anyway, we're going to sit back here and try to adjust some of these items. I mean, the profit's been pretty stagnant these past couple of minutes, so I want to make sure we get back into it, make sure we're selling for the right prices. It's still moving items around because we have had some stagnation here on the profit, and we need to move that around to make sure we can still make a little bit more money. So what we're going to do here is sell these Abyssal Bludgeons back, and we're going to sell them a little bit lower than the current margin that we checked them for, about 10k less. I do want to take a cut to that margin on the top side because we were having trouble on the bottom side as well, which usually means someone has come in and cut the margins slightly. It's not a big deal. We can probably still get them off considering the high volatility that the market is in. Lots of trades going on right now, but as we progress further and further into the night, a lot of our European players are logging off, and the volume is going to go down a little bit. So that's something we have to keep in mind with our sell offers here, and we have to wait a little bit longer on some of these offers. But luckily, our Ancestral Row Bottoms have not bought yet, because if they bought, then we might be in a little bit of trouble on these sell offers for the Ancestral Row Tops. But right now, we're still looking fine on those. We might want to adjust it again, though. I think I'll give it another knock downwards, and a pretty significant one as well, because we have a lot of room on that margin, right? We can sell for a lot less and still make a decent profit on it, so we'll probably knock that down a little bit to see if we can get that off. Tall gun day tomorrow, or tall shot. No, I'm not shotgunning a tall boy, guys. Like, you guys are insane. Zach Martin says, in real life investment videos, LOL. There's so many channels on YouTube for that. If you want to take my advice, I mean, my advice is kind of boring, but regardless. Lewintake says, I will try my best to. Usually I oversleep, but hopefully I will. Okay. See you later, Lewintake, man. Thank you for tuning in. Guys, if you are enjoying the stream, by the way, be sure to drop a like. It really does help me out a lot. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this, and let's make a little bit of profit today. But just give me 1 second here, guys. I'm going to be back in about 1 second. And we are back. I told you it would not take long at all. And we have the Zamorak and Hasta selling. We're still waiting for the Bludgeons to sell. And we haven't bought our Ancestral Rope Tops on the bottom price yet. So our hedge hasn't bought, which is not a good sign or a bad sign. I mean, we're kind of waiting for the Ancestral Rope Tops to sell. And we don't really have to wait for the Rope Tops to buy. But I would prefer if they bought, because we'd get a really good deal on them. So anyway, we're kind of just sitting back, waiting for some of these items to come through. Profit is definitely slowed down a little bit, so I would like to try to get into some other items as soon as possible, because it's been looking a little bit stagnant. Dragon Hunter crossbows I might want to move as well. Dude, my nose is like incredibly itchy. Oh my god. I literally don't know what to do. Zach Martin says, I just found your channel. I like it. Zach, welcome to the channel, man. Let me know what I can improve on, though. I mean, I'm always trying to improve and make my channel content a little bit better for you guys. So if there's something I can improve on or make a little bit better, definitely let me know. I'm looking through the Temporos blog post and can't figure it out. Chandler, you're going to have to wait for the video, man. And it's a pretty obvious one, I would say, but it's more so of like a price analysis of the current moment. If the item is still investable or not, in my opinion on if it is or not. And it's going to be pretty like detailed, I would say. And I don't know when you'll see that. Probably it'll come out this weekend, because the investment videos were like pretty quick turnarounds for me. Usually on the investment videos, I can record them, edit them, and upload them the same day. But I'll put a lot of detail into that one to try to give you guys some insight onto my thought process and help you make a decision if the item is investable or not. Obviously, you know, do your own analysis before you invest into the items that I recommend. You know, I 100% like am not telling you to buy the item by any means that I'm going to do the video on. But I'm just giving my opinions on, you know, what I see the markets looking like, what I think could possibly happen to the item, and it's your decision to buy the item or not. I mean, I'm not really telling people to buy it. Queen Saraha popping in with the Baba Booey. Good to see you, Queen. Thank you for tuning in, man. I don't know how long you've been here, because you were here in the beginning and now you're back. So, anyway. Saraha, yes, we got the tall boy here today. Nice and tall. Look, that's my hand. So, definitely bigger than my hand, as you can quite see. And we hit a tall boy last Friday as well. So, we've kind of been on the tall boy hype recently. 100% like I'm not telling you to buy the item by any means that I'm going to do the video on. But I'm just giving my opinions on, you know, what I see the markets looking like, what I think could possibly happen to the item, and it's your decision to buy the item or not. I mean, I'm not really telling people to buy it. Queen Saraha, yes, we got the tall boy here today. Nice and tall. Look, that's my hand. So, definitely bigger than my hand, as you can quite see. And we hit a tall boy last Friday as well. So, we've kind of been on the tall boy hype recently. Oh, thank you for the follow, Clay Blanc, I think that's how I say your name. Thank you, man, for the follow over on Twitch. We do appreciate it. Now, we do have 652 mil, by the way, to go ahead and work with here. So I'm thinking maybe we try to do something a little... Oof. A little bit of backlash on the system there, but regardless, I do have a good item in mind that we could give a shot, and that's going to be the Justiciar face guard. Now, this thing's probably going to have a pretty large margin, and that is the case today. It's got a nice little margin on it today that we will try to go ahead and flip. Oh my god. Queen Saraha with the 2.99 coming in with the super chat. Do appreciate it, man. And he says, smash it. All right, I'll give you a good little attempt here, okay? I'm not going to do the whole thing. It's too much. But what's it? Come on. That was good. That was a good effort. Ooh-wee. Thank you, Saraha, for the $3, man. And Saraha, have you been playing RuneScape, man? I saw you on like one day, but I haven't seen you on since. I'm just curious if you're still logging on and stuff like that, and if you were playing or not, if you were taking a break. Just let me know, man. I want to know what's up, man. Regardless, though, guys, thank you for tuning in today. This is the Friday stream. We like to have a little bit of fun on the Friday stream as we sit back, kick back, and make a little bit of money on the exchange. And of course, though, as always, if you guys have any questions about what to flip with your cash stack or anything related to flipping and money making in old school RuneScape, be sure to let me know. I can definitely give you a couple recommendations on what I would do, and that might help you out as someone who's trying to make a little bit of money on the exchange. My weapon says, now that's what I call absolutely smashing it. Let me know in the live chat if you guys would like to see another 1 mil profit equals 1 shotgun. If you guys remember that, that was quite a fun stream. And of course, on that day that we streamed that, the market was amazing. So we were slamming beers like every couple of minutes, it felt like. So that was a crazy stream. But anyway, let's go ahead and knock these Dragon Hunter crossbows down a little bit further. Now, we have been waiting for those for quite a little bit of time, so I want to make sure we sell them for a little bit lower and actually sell them off for a profit. And we do have the Grazis, which sold exceptionally fast. I mean, they did take a while to buy, which I didn't expect. Messed that up. Messed it up again. And there we... Well, that's not right, actually. I messed it up again. Oh my goodness, how many times am I going to mess up the listing, man? I guess it's better to get it wrong and not buy the item than it is to buy the item for the wrong price. So we're going to go ahead and list another 3 of the Grazis. We're only going to be able to get 2 of them, though, so I have to remember that. And we do have the last of the Dragon Hunter crossbows selling off for a profitable range as well, bringing us to the 5 mil profit mark 57 minutes into the stream, coming up on that timer and looking profitable. So super nice all the way around. 1 mil equals 1 shot of vodka. I kind of prefer the shotgun. It's a little bit more fun, a little bit more engaging. A shot's kind of boring if you ask me, but regardless. I've been taking a little break. No problem, Saraha, man. I mean, I'm glad you're enjoying life if that's what you're doing. Hopefully you're spending some nice time with your fiance and whatever the case may be. Now, let's go ahead and do some easy stuff on the side here. We'll do a little bit of the Armadillo God Swords. Should be a fair flip here. Super simple. We'll go ahead and flip a few of those back and forth. It probably has a decent margin as well, if I had to guess. So let's go ahead and sell a few of these back and forth. Or buy and sell these, a few of these back and forth. Oh my god, I'm losing my mind. We'll go ahead and buy these. Looks like about a 35k margin on these today. So we're going to go ahead and list about 7 of those. And we do have the Grazis coming back in as well. Remember that I could only get 2 of the Grazis, although I do have 3 listed, because we will be coming up on the limit for those. I 100% want to see that stream, maybe when the Discord hits 2k. Hey, that's a great idea. By the way, our Discord is coming up on 2,000 members. I almost said 3,000. That's not the case. Yeah, we almost have 2,000 people in there. So thank you to everybody who's joined the Discord, just checked it out. And maybe you're someone who's a little bit more quiet in the Discord. You just like to observe. And that's totally fine as well. We invite you to join and just learn a little bit about flipping. I mean, I think flipping is the best moneymaker in old school RuneScape, hands down. And if you're not flipping in old school RuneScape, you're missing out on a ton of profit. I mean, it's super easy to flip. It's super enjoyable, in my opinion. Not everyone finds it enjoyable, but I really do, and you might as well. And it's just a really easy way to make money. So I highly recommend trying it out if you haven't. And look at that, we finally got the bludgeon off. Oh my goodness, we've been waiting a long time for that. Now remember, we have to get these grazis off. We can only get 2 of them before we hit the limit there. So we're going to go ahead and sell those grazis back for a nice little margin on those. Nothing crazy. We will be putting some sell offers in and waiting for a couple of items to wrap up here as we come towards the end of the stream. So we're going to go ahead and list these face guards back. I do imagine a pretty fast sell on the face guard considering we bought one pretty quickly but could not sell one back as quickly. So anyway, we'll just give that a minute. Chandler says, forgot to mention that your 2 flipping accounts inspired me to create a flipping alt, which has been the best decision I have ever made. Here's the thing with the flipping alt. All you have to do is make enough money to cover the bond of the flipping alt, and if you can do that, then you're going to be cream of the crop, great flipping. That doesn't even make sense. If you can make enough money to make the bond cost back, then it's not really going to cost your account anything to bond up another account, right? As your cash stack gets bigger and you use an alt account and you become more experienced as a flipper overall, you're going to be able to really maximize that second account. So, I would highly recommend if you only flip on 1 account to flip on 2. The reason I only flip on 1 during the streams is because I'm so engaged with you guys, and I like to flip big items on this 1 account. So I don't like to manage 2 accounts because it's kind of a lot of effort. If I had to manage 2 accounts right now, I would be struggling, I'll tell you that. Evil JG3 says 23 minutes on the pegs. We're actually letting the pegs sit while we let the Ancestral Rope Tops buy as well, because this Ancestral Rope Top buy offer is a hedge, and these Pegasian boots, I guarantee they're going to sell. They're just going to take a long time, so I'm going to leave those when I log off and just let them sit for as long as it takes. Just because they're being stubborn, okay, and I don't want them to win. Normally, though, I probably would sell those back for a loss. We're probably in a loss territory if we sold them right now, but they should fluctuate in our favor if we give it a little bit more time. That's the thing with flipping is, you know, in a 1 hour time frame, you might not be able to profit on an item, but, you know, become like a 3 to 4 to 6 hour time frame, that item could swing back in your direction and you could sell it off for a profit. You know, we might not be able to, but my guess is it probably will, because demand on Friday is usually a little bit higher. We're still waiting for the West Coast to really log on. I mean, they're still in the office right now for the most part, and what is it, 4 o'clock there? So yeah, they should be logging on somewhat soon. Might swing the demand in an upward direction. We might be able to make profit on it. I'm not positive, but that's just my guess. Please excuse me if you're new to the stream and you're like, who is this idiot rambling on about items while drinking a tall boy? Usually I'm a little bit more concise with the way that I give flipping information, so I do apologize. Hopefully you're not new. Hopefully it's all return. Well, I mean, hopefully you are new, but for the sake of you learning how to flip, hopefully you're not. Back with my beer, and I see you're up almost 5 mil since I left. Nice. Hey, yeah, man. I mean, shoot, we're still here flipping, but we are about to sign off because I really have to eat something, or I'm going to crumble at the seams. I already feel pretty wavy off this little tall boy we had here today, but I apologize, Douglas, because you just got your beer. You were just about to sit down, kick back, and make some flips, but I know you know how to do it on your own. We have Jay Hefner also saying, I'm usually using my second account only for extending the buy limits on good margin items. I feel it feels a lot less intensive and still makes great money, especially because you're only capitalizing on the great items. We have Skybuzz asking, you don't know what items I can make, or you don't know what items I can make flipping with 60 mil. I think you meant to say, what items should you flip with 60 mil? If you're flipping with 60 mil, you should primarily stick to higher volume items, with maybe an occasional gear item flip in there as well. Maybe with 60 mil, you want to do some Barrows items, and that's completely fine. But with a 60 mil stack, especially if you are new to flipping, I highly recommend sticking to high volume items. Blood runes, death runes, law runes, and nature runes, rune arrows, adamant darts, rune darts, Zorro scales, air orbs, battle staves, sharks, monkfish, mana rays, karambwans. That should get you started. How many milliliters are in a tall boy exactly? Oh my gosh, should I try to find out? I have a lot of you don't know this, but just because I stream like right in front of my computer, but I actually have really bad eyesight. So like I can't look across the room and read something. So it's gonna be kind of hard for me to read this, especially since I've been having a couple drinks here. But it's 12 fluid ounces. So however many milliliters that is. You might have to use Google for that one. I don't know. But I have really bad eyesight. So, you know, I wear glasses most of the time. But I don't think the stream has ever really seen me with glasses on, because I don't wear them, because then the screen reflection comes onto the glasses, and then you guys can see it in the webcam. But anyway. Regardless, though, guys, I think we are going to wrap it up here today. Thank you for everyone for tuning in today. I mean, I love the Friday streams. It's always super, super fun. We need an alter ego stream with the glasses on, says Horse Detective. I have them right here as well, but I'm not going to put them on. It's just a little embarrassing. I don't know. Does anyone else have, like, really bad eyesight and is embarrassed about it? Because I kind of am. I don't know why. But, regardless, maybe I shouldn't be embarrassed. I know a lot of people don't have, you know, 20 out of 20 vision. But anyway. Tall boy is 212s, brother, 24 ounces. Zach, thank you for correcting me, man. This is so weird. Oh, Zach is 100% right. It's serving size 12 fluid ounces, but servings per container is 2. So 24 fluid ounces. Thank you for correcting me, Zach, man. I do appreciate that. You know, maybe I don't know a lot about drinking, I guess, but even though we're here every Friday having a beer, right? So thank you, Zach, for the correction. It would be 24 fluid ounces. So however many that is, what is that, like 3 beers? 2.5 beers, maybe? Maybe it's like 2.5. I need my boy Zach to correct me if I'm about right on that. I think 1 in 4 people have 20/20 vision. That's like not a lot at all. Anyway. Bad eyesight, but good eyes for finding margins. Because I'm literally like 2 feet away from the screen, that's why. And I'm someone who like hunches in to their computer as well. Like I hunch in and like stare at it like this. It's so bad for you, man. 2.5 based on the alcohol content. Woo! So I 2.5, I was right. I guess my math skills are still there in some sense. And Clip Blanc says, yo, dressed up for stream, man. Oh yeah, man. Dude, we're dressed up every single stream. Don't even question that one. And look, anyone who's a returning viewer knows that we're dressed up every single time. But anyway, guys, we're going to wrap it up here today. Thank you for tuning in. We ended up with a 5.7 mil profit today while drinking, just flipping casually on the Grand Exchange. We're going to let this other stuff sell off here while I go and get some pizza because I'm freaking hungry. And just got to say, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel if you want to see more content like this. Drop a like over on YouTube as well. Really does help me out a lot. Expect some video guides coming out this weekend. We'll probably have an investment guide maybe this weekend, as well as a couple other guides that will come out throughout the week, and the next episode of flipping at 10 to 100 mil. So I hope you guys are looking forward to that. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Do appreciate it, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace!